Hello and welcome. Now, on the same vein as the last episode, let's look about Wake the Dead. What's new with Wake the Dead? Well, we have new models. Wake the Dead isn't just a great deal or a campaign in a box, it's quite of a bad deal. Also, your chance to grab it's also your chance to grab two beautiful new plastic characters for your army. These new models are both for units that are list building lich pins from the ever useful Primaris Lieutenant and the Wraith commanding Spiritseer, giving you some beautiful new options for your army. We got up with the designers who made the models and gleaned some more interesting insights in that you might have missed. There isn't really much insight that we missed, but let's go on. The Spiritseer from Way the Dead was designed to upgrade the classic resin Spiritseer, as I've mentioned in the previous video, using cutting-edge technology, as well as featuring crisp, sharp, and finer details across the model. This new miniature features elements such as hanging clothes, as well as a long overcoat over their robes. Spiritseers are, after all, the powerful individuals closer in significance to Farseers than Warlocks. These design elements help tie the model to another high-ranking Eldar like the plastic Farseer as well as Eldar Ultra. Nice and good. And here we can see the different poses we have for the Spiritseer. These poses do not give me anything to look at. I mean, this one with the sword is okay, but this one not. And to think about that, the only selling point that this figurine has is that it has two poses. But there's something more interesting if we go down. There's a sword where they want to tell us that the sword helps the Spiritseer come closer to the Wraith Guards, the Wraith Blades, the Wraith Lords, and the Wraith Knights. Which are pieces from this box. I might say that this is a pretty good design choice to make it somehow closer in look to what we already have in the box. Like, hey, the Spiritseer is part of this army. Fine, it's a pretty good job. I won't complain about that. Now this is what I like. Finally, the new Spiritseer is made of plastic and features an interchangeable head. Meaning if you're looking to customize yours or just make a simple head swap to resemble a favorite character, you'll find it easy. Interchangeable head. Am I the only one that has problem with this word interchangeable head? Because normally if you don't magnetize your heads, they're not interchangeable. They're just plain old regular heads that you could change, but that's quite devastating to change them. And this Spiritseer has interchangeable heads, which makes me think that I can just take its head off whenever I want. Yes, that. If it really is what I'm thinking about, and you can like change its head on a whim, like you change its head during gameplay, during playing with it, that would be pretty awesome. But besides that, it's not really the biggest selling point that this box can have to make me think it's worth it. Though an interchangeable head is good. If the whole box had interchangeable head, that would have been interesting. More or less, because unless they gave you Bikis and MK3 armor heads, there isn't really much to interchangeable heads. But I guess for the Eldar could work. The Primaris Lieutenants are the perfect opportunity to express the individual character of your Primaris Space Marine army. And here I was thinking that was the role of the captain. Are they a grizzled pack of veterans of decades of war led by a battle-hardened master of war like Haldor Icebelt? No. Have they adopted the culture of the chapter and taken up new arms and armor like Tolmeron and Zakaria? Okay, Tolmeron and Zakaria. Tolmeron is from the Blood Angel. He's the Blood Angel's Primaris captain, and Zakaria, or probably butchering the name, is the no, he's the lieutenant. Both of them are lieutenants. Tolmeron for the Blood Angels, Zakaria for the Dark Angels. The Primaris Lieutenant in Wiggy is designed to represent the storied tactical masterminds who serve with the likes of the Ultramarines, Imperial Fist, Raven Guard, Iron Hand, White Scar, Salamanders, Crimson Fist, Black Templars, Nova Marines, Nova Legion, whatever. What else? Space Wolves, probably. Okay. While Zakaria and Tolmeron have the appeal that they're lieutenants for these very specific armies, and while the Tooth Claw box set came with a pretty nice collection of figurines and upgrades, this one is your plain old Primaris Space Marine. Primaris by themselves, as a concept, are starting to become a problem, in my eyes at least. Oh, this is awesome! They have the tiny shield there. If this comes in the box, 10 out of 10 would buy again. I'm joking. But the idea is that it's just simple. It has no upgrade parts to him. He doesn't represent a chapter. Which, the benefit of this guy is that you can make him whatever you want. It's even one thing. The miniature is packed with design motifs and ornamentations that harken back to the history of the Space Marines. From the classical laurels on his helm to the bead wrapped around his sword. If you're a veteran Space Marine collector, this model is a fantastic way to bring together your old models with your new Primaris Space Marines. Why would it be? There's no connection between my Blood Angels or my Imperial Fists with this. Well, my Imperial Fists are Primaris, so I guess that works. To those who collect purely Primaris Space Marine armies, I'm sorry. You kind of get sick of Primaris after some time. It's understandable. Meanwhile, while finding the extra detail on this model really helps it stand out, adding an extra level of individuality and the character of your collection. Blank shoulder pads! Meanwhile, allow you to tie this model to any character of your choosing, Iron Hands, Black Templars, or any other 1,000 chapters across the Imperium. You'll be able to grab your new Primaris Lieutenant and Spiritseer in the Wake the Day box set in this weekend. In the meantime, if you missed it, check our preview of the rest of the contents and this incredible battle box. This is awful. They based this box set on the idea that it's customizable, that it's something you could do. But let's be honest, will the what are called the watermarks thingies that you're supposed to put on your shoulders, will they come as Ultramarines? Or will we get a lot of them, like, I don't know, Salamanders probably will get one? Well, those will be very cool. Or are we gonna get plain old Ultramarines transfer sheets once more? I think we're gonna get Ultramarine transfer sheets. They base their idea that it's customizable. You can interchangeable heads, blank shoulders, so you can customize them and make them Black Templars and Crimson Fists. You know what? The Crimson Fists are interesting because they have red fists. That's hard to think. But no. Somehow, no. Now, these models, what they bring you besides the customability? Which is not really that much because, quite frankly, if you buy the No Fear box, you can get an army of Death Guards, which you or Dark Imperium. If you get Dark Imperium, you have Death Guards, but the same with No Fear. And if you get them, you get Primaris Space Marines that are not grounded to be just Ultramarines. They can be Crimson Fists, Imperial Fists, Black Templars, Salamanders, Giants, whatever, Black Dragons. That would be awesome. Yeah, give us a Black Dragon box set, Games Workshop. But no. Now, does this change my initial opinion that the box set is not really worth it that much? I have to say that no, it doesn't. How customizable Space Marine was always something present to normal Space Marines. That's why we have Star Collecting Box for Space Marines and Star Collecting Box for Space Wolves and Blood Angels. we don't need a star collecting box for every chapter there is, because most of them are the same. There are very few that have different insignia or things that make them different. Well, in this case, they don't. In this case, they think like this is an amazing feature. No, it's not, and it doesn't change my opinion. It's still a pretty bad box set. I mean, there were so many things they could have done with another box set, and they've chosen Primaris again. And fine, Primaris, whatever, plain Primaris, okay. And now they're pushing up the customizability of the box set, which I think is a little bit ridiculous. Quite frankly, I don't think this box is really worth its value, or that it should be anything you should look into. But it's a box with a Primaris army and Eldars. If you want to get bigger armies, they're a good choice. But to buy this box, like, instead of a star collecting box, is ridiculous. And the customizability of the characters, the only thing that's interesting is the interchangeable head, but I'm not sure what that does yet. Or the English language spitting the hell out of me. Anyway, no, this does not change my opinion. But, who knows? Maybe we'll find something that will. Thank you for watching.